The biggest thing holding online coaches back is that they want the view without the climb. They're taking advice from people who are already at the top, talking about how important it is to slow down and enjoy life. And they think that that's how they got there. And now, when they slow down and they enjoy life and they stop working, everything stops working. And they go, well, this person has a multi-million-dollar business. Why don't I? Well, what they're not telling you about is the sleepless nights. What they're not telling you about is the 5 a.m. wake ups and working until 10 p.m. What they're not telling you about is the moments that they didn't know if it would work and the moments that they were so consumed with their business that to come out of that, they needed to learn that mindfulness. What they are talking about, though, is the lesson they learned once they got to the mountaintop. Now, we can either try and sit in the valley and say, oh, I'm going to just pretend like I'm at the mountaintop and I'm already there. I mean, I've been at valleys in the Rocky Mountains that are absolutely gorgeous. Y'all, if you want to sit there, cool. Let's not pretend like it's the mountaintop, though. And let's not pretend like our legs won't burn and our lungs won't be on fire on a steep climb up to a height where we can see everything, right? So we can either sit in the bottom and stay there and accept that we're not making the climb, or we can go up and make the climb. But somewhere along the way, this idea of the morning routines and the affirmations and the holistic optimization and all of the like every little piece of health and mindset being perfect got in the way of people just doing the thing, just showing up and doing some work and building a business. And guess what? The two can go hand in hand. Like we can build a business that allows us to be present with our family. We can build a business that feels regenerative and we love what we're delivering. What doesn't work, though, is sitting around saying, well, I'm just going to do what feels right, because what feels right is staying by the fire so we don't have to venture out in the darkness and possibly get eaten. Like people talk about trusting their intuition, but your intuition was designed to keep you safe, not keep you growing. Okay. People talk about trusting their gut, but you're not trusting your gut. You're straying away from discomfort. Okay. Your intuition, your gut, your soul, God's God speaking through you wants you to grow. But if you sit there and you run into that first piece of discomfort and because you are so out of touch with your emotions and knowing what your body's telling you, you say, "Oh no, this isn't the path for me. I need to pull back. I need to realign. I need to reassess. I need to go within for a little bit. This just feels inauthentic. This one's not me." Well, that's fine. Just admit that you don't want to build anything great. And that might sound a little harsh, but let's be real here for a second. Like, if every time we run up against resistance, we pull back and say, nah, that's not the path for me, then we'll never make the climb. I mean, for anyone here who has done a hike in the mountains up a steep grade, if we stopped when there was resistance, we would never get started, right? Like you just stay at the bottom. You say, no, that hike's not for me. You know what, though? You guys have fun. I don't think I'd really enjoy that view from that mountaintop. Like it's not for me. I'm not a mountaintop kind of person. So you guys go ahead. I'm going to stay here. Like something in my body says that hike isn't for me. And hey, maybe you're not in shape enough for the hike yet. AKA maybe you need some more coaching skills so that you can deliver a really good product. Maybe you need some systems. So a way to actually package what you have and put it out there so that you can make that climb, right? Maybe you need some skill acquisition, but that is all picked up on the climb, right? Maybe you need to get better at sales. That's picked up on the climb, right? But if you tell yourself a story that you are not the type of person that climbs mountains, well, then you will never climb the mountain. If you tell yourself a story that it's not worth the climb, that the view from the top isn't as good as everybody says it is, guys. Like it's, you know, being up on top of the world and seeing everything, having more than enough money for your family to do anything they want. It's not worth what people say it is. Like I'd rather be down here, like in the shade, in my shadow. Let that sink in for a second. What are you really doing? You're not going up to where you can access the light. You're sitting down in the darkness and letting it win. I really think that if I was a multi millionaire and I wanted to sabotage a whole lot of people, I would tell them that the way that I'm able to live life now was the way to get rich. Right. Well, guys, you got to spend 8 hours a day in quiet, and you got to just contemplate the human existence, and maybe go for a few walks. Make sure you get in your sauna and your ice bath, and that's how you get rich. Like, and that's what a lot of a lot of online coaches, a lot of influencers will pump, right? But a lot of the people that are talking about health optimization as the way to get rich are still living with their parents. That just is what it is. Um, and the people that are talking about health optimization who already made it, they're talking about it because it's new to them. It's exciting. They think that doing the work is second nature. They think that the putting your head down and just taking the action that is proven to create the result that you want until you get the result that you want is something that people know they ought to be doing. So, I mean, what does that say about the state of where your business is, right? Have you been taking the mountaintop and trying to live there before you made the climb? Like, bet you the view feels a little forced, right? And it still feels like there's something else out there. Until we accept the fact that the climb is ours to make and that we can't just bypass the climb and decide to live like you can live like you're there. You better have gratitude for the climb. You better enjoy every sight on the way up. And if you just go, well, I'm just going to live as if I'm already at the mountaintop, but you never put your boots on or your earth runners and start going up the mountain, well, you can play pretend and it'll feel good for a while. And sooner or later, if you don't have the supporting evidence, your system, your body, your mind will start to yell at you. So, on that note, like, how do you solve it? Well, you figure out, what is the one thing that I can do? What is the highest return for my time and effort that I could get right now? Is it making a good post with a good call to action? Is it going and having 5 genuine conversations? Is it actually accepting the fact that sales, when done right, is service? And your story that you tell yourself about sales is icky is just your way of avoiding holding a whole lot of money because you don't fucking trust yourself. Ooh. Which one is it? You guys tell me. And whichever one it is, what are you going to do about it?